Aloha. I'm Grant Keillor, and if you're watching this video, then you're part of our Mana'o ukulele site. And so welcome to Mana'o Ukulele. And I just wanted to kind of take a minute to explain, what it is we're trying to achieve here and what we're about. But first, before we get into that, I just want to say how privileged and honoured I am to be a part of this collective. And we have Keillor Hussey, Sean Yakovon, Eric Devine, Zanuck Lindsay, Randy Ashburn, and obviously myself are the kind of core group that are setting this up. And what are we about? So, Mana'o. And so I'll say this at different every time. It's a local Hawaiian meaning, and the meaning of this is basically to share, to educate, to impart knowledge to people, and so that's kind of the essence of what this is about. And so what we've decided to do as a team is to pull together a collaboration of some of the best resources that we know in the world. And so the intent of bringing these resources together is not to really, highlight and focus on performers and focus on great players. I mean, they're going to be part of the collaboration, as is some of the great luthiers that are out there. Eric and Jay and all these guys that we've all got access to and friends to. But the intent here is also to kind of give you access to some of the best educators in the world. And so what is this site about? This site is about you. And as we kind of organically develop this process and how Mana'o Ukulele gets established, is to listen and then to hear what it is you want. And so, I'm just, I would say I'm normal, but nobody's ever accused me of being normal in my life. But like Randy and myself, we want to try and kind of make sure that the organic growth of this forum that we're creating is focused on your needs. And what do you want to learn? What are your questions? Do you have questions for luthiers? Do you have questions for players? And as somebody to educate, what's the best way to learn? And so our job is really to try and point and steer you in the right direction, how you can gain access to this wonderful knowledge base we have out there. And to be clear, we are not trying to sell you anything. Our job is not to sell. It's not to market people, etc., etc., okay? I think people's work speaks for itself. And what we are doing is getting this global collaborative group of educators and influencers and players, and try and sort of impart some of their wisdom to you. But as we this is a soft launch that we're going through just now, and the soft launch is probably going to run through June, and then we'll start to reach out to some of you. Hopefully some of you guys will reach out to us. So if you're already here, you're kind of selectively invited to be part of the initial soft launch. And that means that we value your opinion. And therefore, the thing that we would really like the most is to make this site as interactive as possible. Again, we're not showcasing, we're not performance. Don't get us wrong, we're going to give you great insights into some of these luthiers' minds. It's like, why does Eric use a certain type of bracing, and what's the importance of that? And I think the benefit to everybody else is it's when you're thinking about quality instruments and quality builds, it might help you just get an insight to why these builders do things the way they do, and to then use that knowledge about when you're purchasing your next ook or whatever. But again, this is not a marketplace. We're not actively encouraging anybody to sell anything. However, that's not to say with the great educators that we've got, we're going to have Zanuck Lindsay, he's one of their main guys, but we've got David Chen over in Asia, we've got Aaron down in Hawaii, and you kind of got Mark Baker and folks around here, domestic US. But we can ask those guys questions for you. They can respond directly on the forum, and ultimately, you know, if somebody says I need a teacher, we can give you a list of teachers, and then you can go do whatever you like with that list, or not. So again, this is not about us. It's not about Kimo Hussey, but what we're about is to give you access to the brightest and the best there is on this planet, with everything to do with ukulele. And I think that's important, and that's very novel, because again, one of my pet peeves, I love a lot of the groups that are out there with ukulele, you know, Facebook groups and like ukulele here in Houston, and these forums are wonderful, but they tend to lack a lot of interaction, and so we'd like this to be just a little bit different. And so you'll be able to contact us we've got an email address, we're going to be on Instagram, you can private message myself, Randy, or whoever you like, and we can try and help get you what you need when it comes to ukulele. Well, anyway, I'm going to screw up saying mana oa again, because I'm Scottish, and you know, English isn't even my first language at the best of times, never mind trying to speak Hawaiian. So the other thing that I forgot to bring into here is, you know, we've kind of got Sean Yakavone, who's part of the gang, so to speak. And Sean, you know, he works at Ukulele Friend, and he manages to kind of sell some of the best quality instruments that are out there, and giving them access to people. But you know, his passion around the history of ukulele is phenomenal. And his collection of historical books. He has Ook #1, right? And his collection is absolutely fantastic. And so part of our journey also is to kind of share the journey of ukulele with you, and how it got from where it is then to where it is now, and why some of these builders and the interconnectivity of what they do and how they do it, right? And then hopefully also help shape what the future brings, and just having a good insight and update on all things ukulele. So aloha, welcome to Mana'o Ukulele, and real excited about the opportunities in front of us. Please feel free to be part of it. Share the site, ask people, you know, your friends that would be interested, to come join the site, send in a request, and we'll approve the invites, because it is an invite only site that we're going to create here. And let's have fun, let's all jump on the Mana'o Express, and let's see how we got on in this journey, and keep it real and keep it meaningful. Aloha.